What's up, YouTube? This is Mathways97 and welcome to episode number 66, the Go Home edition of Thursday Night SmackDown prior to the Fastlane pay-per-view, and also the final edition of SmackDown for my WWE 2K16 Universe mode. And as you can see, the Usos are ready to go. They're ready to kick off SmackDown with some tag team action. But later on in the video, we're going to be seeing the real American Jack Swagger go one-on-one with Chris Jericho. And in the main event, the matchup that was teased last week, Roman Reigns, he issued the challenge. And we can confirm that Brock Lesnar is in the building. It will be Roman Reigns versus Brock Lesnar, a Battleground rematch. And it is just 3 short days away from the Fastlane pay-per-view. And you hear the music playing. You see the lights throughout the arena. And that can only mean that Bray Wyatt and the rest of the Wyatt family have entered the arena. Standing behind the new face of fear, you see the former WWE Tag Team Champions, Erick, Rowan, and Luke Harper. As these 3 men, shrouded in darkness, make their way down here to the ring. And the Usos, I don't think they know what they're in for. The Usos, they seemed pretty hyped to kick off this episode, but I think all that hype, all that energy is going to be quickly snuffed out, just like this light. Just look at the face of Bray Wyatt. This is the face of a man who is always in control. The master manipulator Bray Wyatt, with his disciples Luke Harper and Erick Rowan. Oh man. Jimmy and Jay, they might want to get out of there. They might want to just forfeit the match. Because, I mean, we've seen what Bray Wyatt has done to the likes of Roman Reigns and John Cena. And I have a feeling that that list of victims will only continue to grow in number. But you also see Luke Harper and Erick Rowan standing in the background. Those are the 2 men who, not only are they competing tonight against the Usos, but they're going to be taking on the tag team, the star-studded tag team of John Cena and the Icon Sting this Sunday at Fastlane. But first, they're looking to make a statement out of the Usos to send a message to both Sting and John Cena. As, oh my god, speaking of making a statement, the Usos are looking to make a statement tonight. As Erick Rowan just got floored with that clothesline. As now he's draped up against the apron. Jimmy Uso, leapfrog over the top. And the crossbody as he makes the tag, and in comes, I should say that's Jimmy right there. Jay tagging out to Jimmy. And Jimmy Uso's getting fired up. Erick Rowan, I mean, so far has not been able to keep up with the fast pace of the Usos. And that's what the Usos have got to do. Keep things fast-paced. Keep the energy flowing. Do not allow Erick Rowan a chance to catch his breath, to really compose himself. Because if that happens, it could be game over for the Usos right then and there. As another tag is made, Jey Uso enters the fray. Super kick, and a combo of kicks, a super kick and an enziguri. as the Usos right now have got Erick Rowan's number. But the question is, how much longer can they keep this up? There's a super kick to the gut. And Erick Rowan dropped. Oh, and now a kick right to the back of Erick Rowan. But as I said earlier, the Fastlane pay-per-view, it is fast approaching. And I do want to, you know, in a video, I want to pose a bit of a disclaimer that Fastlane, it might be a little while until that pay-per-view gets uploaded, simply because I'm making the transition to college over the next couple of weeks. And as well as that, like, if I wanted to have Fastlane done before I left, I'd have to not only record all the matches, but as well as that, edit them and then commentate over them in the span of 3 days. That would be way too rushed. There's no way I could put on a quality pay-per-view at that rate. So I do apologize that there will be a bit of a delay for Fastlane, but I assure you that when Fastlane does make it to the channel, it is going to be a blast. That's for sure. I mean, real quick, we're going to go ahead and break down the match card for Fastlane. Like I said earlier, we're going to see the Wyatt family take on Sting and John Cena. But as well as that, we've got the giant tag team gauntlet matchup, which features the primetime players, Sheamus and Wade Barrett, The Ascension, Enzo Amore and Colin Cassidy, Blake and Murphy, and the Vaudevillains. All 6 teams competing for an opportunity at the WWE Tag Team Championships at the Royal Rumble. That is the prize that those 12 men will be fighting for. And speaking of the tag team titles, we've got the championship match itself, as the New Day steps up to challenge the current champs, Finn Balor and Hideo Itami. Erick Rowan makes the tag, and Jey Uso bouncing face first off the boot of Erick Rowan. But as well, for the pay-per-view, we will see the Intercontinental Championship up for grabs as Stardust defends the gold against Chris Jericho. The WWE title's on the line as the man we will see later on in our main event, Brock Lesnar, uses his rematch clause against Kevin Owens. The world title will be on the line as Ryback defends against Seth Rollins. Samoa Joe will be taking on Randy Orton in a street fight. And as well as that, the US title will be on the line when Baron Corbin defends against Sami Zayn. That's a hell of a pay-per-view. It's going to be tough to top Survivor Series, but I think this match card has the potential to really compete with Survivor Series. I mean, we've got a lot of really good matches on tap for you for this one. As Luke Harper whipped off the ropes as we focus back in on the matchup. Jey Uso trying to get himself back in the match, trying to fire himself up. As Harper, though, blocks the punch. And a European uppercut from Harper. What a vicious assault from Harper, as now he just hammers away at the face of Jey Uso. Luke Harper looking to take firm control in this matchup as he spins the Uso around and plants him face first into the canvas. Perhaps Luke Harper. No, I thought he was going to maybe make a tag to Erick Rowan, but in fact it's the opposite. He throws Jey over to the corner so Jimmy can make a tag. Well, Jimmy Uso, he's going to make Luke Harper pay for that. Perhaps a bit of arrogance from Harper. Maybe he just knows that the Usos can't compete with the Wyatt family. As Luke Harper whipped off the ropes, Jimmy Uso crossbody again. As he's looking to make Luke Harper pay for that. He's looking to prove Harper wrong. As Jimmy to the top rope. Look out, Harper. Diving corkscrew from the top. And Jimmy Uso, he's feeling the energy. The second win for the Usos right here, but Harper counters. Able to shift his weight and just absolutely deflate Jimmy Uso with, well, it was an attempted back suplex, but that didn't work out too well for Jimmy. As Erick Rowan makes the tag, and Luke Harper tags Jimmy Uso square in the face. Jimmy trying to get back to his feet, but Erick Rowan, I mean, Jimmy has no clue where he is, and Rowan looking to inflict more damage with a sidewalk slam. What could Erick Rowan be looking to do now? Jimmy trying to get back to his feet, but Rowan's not going to let him. Instead, he goes off the ropes. Oh my God, what a boot. What a big boot from Erick Rowan. And now a splash off the ropes into the cover. 1, 2. No, but Jimmy gets the shoulder up. Jimmy able to kick out. But I wouldn't say that's really helped him in this situation. As now Erick Rowan just clawing at the face, just crushing the skull of Jimmy Uso. And he just crushed the life out of him. Oh, and now Jay knocked off the ropes as well. Erick Rowan taking everybody out. And now he could be going for the kill. As he spins him around. Erick Rowan, the full Nelson slam. And Rowan hooks the leg. 1, 2, 3. That is it, folks. In dominant fashion, the Wyatt family pick up the victory over the Usos. Oh, but it doesn't look like they're done yet. Bray Wyatt is in the ring. And you know whenever Bray Wyatt steps in the ring, it is bad news. As Bray Wyatt delivers Sister Abigail. Bray Wyatt sending a statement to Sting and John Cena that whoever steps up to face him next, they are certainly going to have their work cut out for them. Bray Wyatt laying out one of the Usos tonight on SmackDown. The Wyatt family victorious. Could this be the scene we see at Fastlane? And welcome back to Thursday Night SmackDown here in Phoenix, Arizona. As making his way to the ring is a true patriot. It is the real American, the former two-time All-American American. It is Jack Swagger. And Jack Swagger tonight set to go one-on-one with the man of 1,004 holds, the Ayatollah of Rock and Rolla, Y2J, Chris Jericho. And of course, another nickname, Chris Jericho. Not really a nickname, but more of a title. The #1 contender for the Intercontinental Championship this Sunday at Fastlane. And tonight, Chris Jericho is looking to make a statement out of Jack Swagger. But Jack Swagger, he's looking to return the favor. He wants to make a statement out of Chris Jericho. Jack Swagger, the former tag team champion, the former United States champion. In recent times, we've seen him align himself with Tyson Kidd in tag team action. But tonight, Swagger's in some singles action. I mean, Chris Jericho, he's had some history with Tyson Kidd in the past. If you remember, cast your minds back about a month ago when Jericho interrupted a match between Tyson Kidd and Adrian Neville. And then on the following episode of Main Event, Jericho proceeded to get himself disqualified and lay waste to Tyson Kidd. He just absolutely humiliated Kidd. So perhaps Jack Swagger tonight has an opportunity to avenge his tag team partner. And perhaps he could get one over on Chris Jericho in this matchup. And you'd have to think, if Swagger looking to resurrect his career, defeating the current #1 contender for the Intercontinental Championship would be a very, very good step in the right direction. Swagger, of course, he is a former United States champion, so he's no stranger to singles gold, as well as tag team gold. But Swagger, the last time he held the US title was back in January earlier this year. And let's just say Jack Swagger, well, it's been quite a long time. It's been nearly a full calendar year since Swagger lost his United States Championship to Alberto Del Rio at the Royal Rumble. Needless to say, Jack Swagger has been out of the top scene for quite some time. But he is looking to get his hands back on championship gold, and perhaps, if he could defeat Chris Jericho tonight, he'll be just one step closer to doing so. The referee rings the bell and this matchup is underway. A collar and elbow tie-up from Jericho and Swagger, and it's Jericho who starts off with the upper hand, but Swagger ducks behind into a waist lock of his own. And Swagger takes down Jericho. Jack Swagger looking to utilize that amateur wrestling background to gain the upper hand over the veteran Chris Jericho. As Jericho, well, he had the upper hand, but Swagger able to take him down, and now a rear chin lock. But Jericho able to escape his way from the hold. Jericho may not exactly be an amateur wrestler, but Chris Jericho is a pure technician in that ring. So chain grappling like this, I'm not exactly sure who would have the upper hand. But in that exchange, it is Jack Swagger. Jericho now a forearm to the face. You know, Jericho, he doesn't want to wrestle Swagger's game. Jericho, he's got to keep it his style. So utilizing a bit more physicality, some more strikes than grapples might be the way to go. But meanwhile, Jack Swagger's got Jericho down on the mat. With that, again, a waist lock. Just trying to wear Jericho down early on in this matchup. As Swagger has him in a headlock, snapmare takedown. And Swagger going to work on the arm. Smart strategy. If his arm is damaged, he's not going to be able to lock in many of his submission holds to full capacity. And that includes the walls of Jericho. Jericho just strikes his way out of the hold there. And now Jericho picking Swagger up for a vertical suplex. And now Jericho just stepping on Swagger. Look at the disrespect in this pin attempt. But Swagger just shoves the foot away at a 1 count. Chris Jericho, Irish whip, sending Swagger off the ropes, ducks underneath, and he does so again. Jericho the reverse elbow. Swagger trying to get up to his feet. Meanwhile, Jericho just mocking him. Side Russian leg sweep. He takes Swagger down. But Swagger trying to get back to his feet. Jericho again. Side Russian leg sweep. He's looking to make sure that Swagger stays down on the mat. As Jericho. Well, again, look at the disrespect being shown by Chris Jericho. Just kicking Swagger in the face repeatedly, but Swagger the back body drop. Able to counter out of it. And now Swagger stomping a mud hole into Chris Jericho's shoulder. Swagger has Jericho hooked for the gut-wrench suplex. And Swagger now hooks the leg. 1, 2, no, kick out at 1 by Jericho. As Swagger now drives the elbow into the shoulder blade of Chris Jericho. Swagger really looking to go to work on that arm. Like I said, it's a very smart strategy on the part of Swagger. Isolate a body part and stick to it. Swagger thinking vertical suplex, but Jericho the knee, able to block it. And Jericho, knife edge chop to the chest of Jack Swagger. Oh, and a kick to the back to follow it up. And Jericho looking for another one. And he connects with the knife edge chop and another kick to the back. Could we see a trifecta in the works? Jericho, no, instead. Irish whip. Swagger taken down by a sleeper slam. And Jericho again. Just the ego of this man. Unbelievable. Now Jericho, what could he be looking to do? More disrespect, that's what I thought. Just stomping in Swagger's face. Jericho just making an absolute fool out of Jack Swagger, just like he did to Tyson Kidd a month ago. And off the Michinoku driver, 2, no. Swagger kicking out. As Jericho picks him up. Counter by Swagger, the arm drag. And now Swagger. He's got Jericho up. Power slam. Swagger looking to utilize his strength advantage over Jericho. Put it on full display. As now a submission hold. The arms of Jericho again being worked on, but Jericho able to escape. And now Jericho float over neck breaker. Jericho able to, once again, reinstate control in this matchup. As Chris Jericho has Swagger, elbow to the back of the head. Swagger is staggered. And now, Jericho. What could he be thinking here? Swagger thrown into that second rope. And Jericho, well, look at this. He's having fun out there. Oh my, right to the back of the head. Almost like a guillotine there to Swagger. And now Jericho. Powerbomb and bridging into the pin. 1, 2. No, a kick out from Swagger. Just before the 3 count, Swagger narrowly escapes. But he's back to his feet. Jericho the forearm. But Swagger counters, delivers a kick right to the gut, and then a double axe handle. Not an axe handle. What was that, like a chop? Now a leg drop. And another kick to the back. Jack Swagger. Another leg drop. Swagger picking Jericho up to his feet. Jack Swagger looking to channel his second win, perhaps. Northern Light suplex, bridging into the pin. 1, 2. No, the referee was a bit out of position there. Maybe Swagger could have had Jericho for the 3 count, but we'll never know for sure. As Jack Swagger has Jericho by the back of the head, tossing him into the turnbuckle. Shoulder. Shoulder again to the gut. And now Swagger just stomping into the chest of Jericho. Running knee right in the corner. Swagger, of course, we the people as always. Swagger in firm control at the moment, and he knows it. The belly-to-belly suplex. Jericho whipped into the corner. What could Swagger be thinking? Jericho sent into the canvas, and Swagger delivers the Swagger bomb. Swagger connects and hooks the leg. 1, 2. No, a kick out by Jericho. Swagger can't believe it, but it's a fact. Chris Jericho just kicked out, and now he counters with a jawbreaker. What could Jericho be thinking? He's got the arms hooked for a butterfly backbreaker. And Swagger's in position for the lion salt. Jericho the lateral press. 1, 2. No, a kick out again by Swagger. Swagger trying to stumble back to his feet. He doesn't want to stay on the mat for too long. Oh, but now Jericho again just making a mockery of Swagger. Jericho just... I mean, this is insulting. Swagger again trying to get to his feet. Oh, but Swagger this time, he's not going to stand for the disrespect. A punch to the gut. Now Jericho whipped into the corner. A running knee from Swagger. Right to the gut. And there we go. The double axe handle right to the side of Jericho's skull. 2. Oh, but again, Jericho a kick out. No matter what Swagger hits him with, Jericho just will not stay down. Swagger has him by the back of the head once again. Into the turnbuckle goes Jericho. Swagger placing him up on the top rope. Oh, but a counter by Jericho. Chris Jericho, diving crossbody. And now a lateral press. 1, 2. No, Swagger. Just barely able to get the shoulder up. And Jericho again. The frustration, he's thinking. Swagger, I mean, Jericho knows that he's close to putting Swagger away. But the question is, what's going to be the move to do it? What's going to be the move that puts Swagger to bed for good? Swagger able to counter what may have been an attempt at the walls of Jericho. And now Swagger, gut-wrench powerbomb. The gut-wrench powerbomb. And Swagger hooks the leg. 2. No! Argue all you like, Swagger. It was only a 2 count. And Swagger now could be looking for yet another gut-wrench powerbomb. He's got Jericho, but Jericho able to shift the weight and turn it into a facebuster. Jericho just barely able to hang on. And now Swagger whipped off the ropes. Jericho into the code breaker. Swagger catapulted into the air, and Jericho met him on the way down with a code breaker. And now applying the Lion Tamer. Jack Swagger nowhere to go. And after that code breaker, I don't think he's going to have any choice but to submit. And that's exactly what he does. Chris Jericho, yet another victory on his quest to win his first Intercontinental Championship here in Universe Mode. Chris Jericho, like it or not, he is your winner. And he's got all the momentum in the world on his side as he heads into his title match with Stardust this Sunday at Fastlane. This Sunday at Fastlane, I'm going to expose Stardust for what he truly is. A failure. Listen, Stardust, we all know you're just putting on an act to fool yourself into thinking you're something special. This new character you pretend to be was supposed to be your resurrection, right? You put on your spandex, your face paint, your stupid star gloves, and you act like some over-the-top persona from a comic book. But you know what? That gimmick has actually worked for you, I will admit. You won yourself a fancy new title that you couldn't win after a year and a half of being plain, boring Cody Rhodes. You tried to step out of your father's shadow and stepped right into your brother's instead. Congratulations, Cody. You're just another doppelganger. Now here's the real kicker. You can put on this facade, this charade for as long as you like. Go ahead, fulfill your colorful dreams of being a WWE superstar. At the end of the day, though, nothing has changed. You're no more talented than you were 6 months ago. You're no more popular than you were 6 months ago. In fact, you haven't improved at all. You're just the same product with a different label. You might have pulled one over on me at King of the Ring, but now I've seen through your smoke and mirrors. You may flaunt your new bizarre antics, but when you're desperate, you always fall back on the same moveset you always have. The dream's over, Cody. It's time to wake up to the reality that after Fastlane, you will never, ever be champion again. No, it's more than that. You will never, ever escape the shadow of the Rhodes family legacy. Well, hold on a minute, there's Stardust! Jericho talking all that smack, but Stardust is here for a fight! Stardust has had enough! And Chris Jericho's about to pay for what he just said. Stardust just stomping away on Chris Jericho. Stardust is livid right now. Chris Jericho, he may have bitten off more than he could chew. We know this man likes to talk a big game. But right now, Stardust is making him pay for it. As he delivers a kick right to the spine of Jericho. And this crowd, you can hear it. Look at this. DDT, Jericho face first, out onto the floor. And this crowd is behind Stardust 100%. Chris Jericho. After everything he's said, these fans, these people, they want to see Jericho get his ass kicked. And that's exactly what Stardust is giving them. As he stamps Jericho right in the face with that elbow. But Jericho, the European uppercut. Now it's Jericho on the attack. But Stardust blocks the chop. And now Stardust again. Just look at this. No, counter by Jericho. A kick to the gut and a rolling elbow. Jericho able to drop Stardust. And now he's hightailing it out of there. Chris Jericho is getting out of dodge. He wants no part of Stardust, but Stardust pursuing him. Jericho, Stardust. Well, that is going to be one heated matchup this Sunday at Fastlane. But if you want to talk about a matchup, this one right here, it's about as personal as it gets. Roman Reigns. Last week he came down to the ring and he told us all that, you know, in the past, he's been caught up with his losses to the Wyatt family, the rivalry between Seth Rollins and Dean Ambrose on Raw, all these things that are just out of his control, that there's nothing he can really do about it. He hasn't been focused on what's in front of him right now. And that's just what Roman Reigns Well, that's why he wants this match with Brock Lesnar tonight. Because he wants to face Brock Lesnar at a point where Roman Reigns, he is at 100%, both physically and mentally. Roman Reigns believes that at Battleground, he wasn't there 100%. He might have been in top physical condition, but his mental state had a little to be desired. Well, tonight, Roman Reigns, he's got the matchup he was looking for. He's standing dead in the center of the ring, and Brock Lesnar is coming for him. Brock Lesnar doesn't care that he's got a matchup just 3 days away at Fastlane. When you get Brock Lesnar, you're gonna get Brock Lesnar at 100%. Because Brock Lesnar, he doesn't really care about the future. All he cares about is what's in front of him at this very moment. And right now, Roman Reigns is standing in the path of the Beast Incarnate. And Brock Lesnar is looking to victimize and conquer Roman Reigns. And that'll be one hell of a statement to make to Kevin Owens. Surely Kevin Owens is going to be watching this matchup very closely backstage. This is a great opportunity for Owens to scout out Brock Lesnar, and as well as that, Kevin Owens an opportunity to scout out a potential challenger in Roman Reigns. Although, if you're Kevin Owens, I mean, you can't really be looking beyond Brock Lesnar. If you're anybody, you can't look past Brock Lesnar. Because if you do that, I mean, you need to be focused on Brock Lesnar as it is to avoid a trip to Suplex City. But if you're looking beyond him, no. Good luck winning your match. I mean, there are enough people on this roster who can't even defeat Brock Lesnar when they're fully focused on him. And Kevin Owens thinks that, well, I don't know. But look at this, Roman Reigns right out of the gate. Right out of the gate, Roman Reigns is bringing the fight to Brock Lesnar, and that's exactly what Roman Reigns has to do. If Brock Lesnar can start off this matchup with the upper hand, if Brock Lesnar can control the pace, that's going to be all she wrote for Roman Reigns. Reigns has to start out with the advantage, and that's just what he's doing. As he hangs up Lesnar with a stun gun. Going to work on the arm of Lesnar, just trying to do whatever it takes to dissect this man. Shoving that knee right into the face of Lesnar. But Lesnar, oh, Reigns goes down. Brock now the stomp to the gut of Roman Reigns. And Lesnar, elbows right into the shoulder of Roman Reigns. As Reigns able to reverse. Huge clothesline from Reigns. And Roman, he's got to stay on the offensive as long as he possibly can. The moment Brock Lesnar turns this thing around, it could be game over. Oh wait, there's the reversal. Brock, no! He went for the German suplex, but Roman Reigns, he's saying, no, I'm not taking a trip to Suplex City today. There's Roman Reigns just hammering away. Lesnar goes up. Snake eyes. And now Roman Reigns sends him off the ropes. Look at that. Oh, but Lesnar raked the eyes. What a dirty move from Lesnar. And now, suplex number 1. Brock Lesnar, he had to resort to a cheap tactic. But nonetheless, he is in control. And now Roman Reigns is at the mercy of the Beast Incarnate. Brock Lesnar, butterfly suplex. Call it number 2. And Lesnar, I mean, just look at this. The trip to Suplex City is beginning. No, wait! Reigns the reversal! Able to counter the butterfly suplex. And now Roman Reigns, European uppercut. Lesnar is staggered. Roman Reigns, punch after punch to the back of Brock Lesnar, like a revolving door. And now Reigns to the corner. He could be thinking spear already. Roman Reigns busting out his biggest attack early on, but he cannot connect it to full capacity. Brock Lesnar shifting the weight and instead turning it into a DDT. And now Lesnar a German suplex. And he's setting it up again. German suplex. Up to 4 suplexes, and Lesnar could be looking to make it a 5th. German frickin' suplex. How do you like them apples, Roman? Well, Lesnar got a bit sloppy there. Reigns' foot was under the bottom rope. And Brock Lesnar, well, he wasn't paying any attention. And as a result, Reigns didn't even have to spend any energy kicking out. Brock Lesnar suplexing him onto the apron. Do you want to call that another suplex? Make it number 6. But Lesnar, he's got power bombs to use as well. There's the first. And that, a deadlift from the mat. Brock Lesnar looking to just manhandle Roman Reigns. As again, Lesnar, a deadlift powerbomb once more. And Lesnar telling Reigns to get up. He wants to drop him again. He wants Reigns to spend all that time trying to get to his feet, only for Lesnar to drop him back down again. Another powerbomb on the way, but Reigns able to punch his way out of it. Now punch to the gut. And Reigns, short arm clothesline. And Roman Reigns. Reigns is firing up. He's hulking up. He's looking to channel his second wind. The comeback is on for Roman Reigns. Vicious clothesline. He nearly decapitated Brock with that one. But Reigns isn't done. Not by a long shot. Lesnar trying to stumble to his feet. Roman Reigns to the top rope. Here comes Roman. Axe handle. Diving axe handle from Roman Reigns. And now he hooks the leg. 1, 2. No, kick out by Lesnar. Reigns can't believe it. Or maybe he does believe it, but he was just hoping that maybe that was going to be the finishing touch. But Reigns to the corner again. He's not wasting any time. Reigns is not messing around. Sizing him up. But then again Lesnar sidesteps the spear. And now Brock. What could he be thinking? Not a suplex this time, but a fallaway slam instead. Perhaps Lesnar realizes that the suplexes aren't working. So he's going to have to try something else. As he's got Reigns follow. Nope, this time it got a backbreaker. But he's still got him hooked for another one. Brock Lesnar, the fact remains that he has the power advantage over Roman Reigns. And now, Lesnar German. No, again it's blocked. Lesnar was starting to do something different, but the moment he went back to the German suplex, Reigns had it reversed. And the Superman punch now may have just jacked the jaw of Brock Lesnar, but it can't get the 3 count. Reigns arguing with the referee. He thinks that should have been a 3 count, but not so fast, Roman. And now Reigns, what could he be thinking? A teardrop suplex. Nobody still got it hooked. Perhaps Roman Reigns is taking Brock Lesnar to a suplex city of his own. The tables have turned as Roman delivers the 3rd. But you can tell that took a lot out of him. Roman, he's a bit shaky at the moment. Unable to capitalize, to go for the pin off the bat. But now he gets it. 2. No, too much time. Too much time there. And Lesnar able to survive. Both men back to their feet. Counter by Lesnar. Into a jawbreaker. And now the F5. The F5. But no. Reigns shifts it. And takes Lesnar down with an Impaler DDT. Reigns now to the corner. He's sizing Lesnar up. Could the 3rd time be the charm? Reigns hits the spear. It connects. But is it enough? Is one spear enough to fell the beast? Obviously, Reigns doesn't think so. He's in the corner. Reigns, he's loading up. He cocks the fist, and he's ready to fire. Superman punch! And maybe that'll do it. Roman Reigns, he's not so sure. He's got something else in mind. He's back in the corner. Lesnar, he's busted open. Spear from Reigns for the 2nd time. And surely There is no way in hell Brock Lesnar's gonna kick out of that. 1, 2, 3. Roman Reigns has finally conquered his inner demons, and he has got his win back over Brock Lesnar. Well, Reigns, it seems as though he has settled the score with Lesnar and playing a big spoiler role. Lesnar, he had the momentum heading into Fastlane, but this loss to Roman Reigns could have just derailed him entirely. Well, that's going to be it for this episode. Be sure to stay tuned for more. And until then, keep on YouTubing.